Jan, wow, look at you. Your career sales are $621,000. Good Lordy Lord. We recruited 126 consultants. You have earned a trip with us every year. Yes. And you've earned excellence awards in sales and recruiting several years as well. Well, aren't you just a rock star? Okay, Jan and her husband have 5 children. Oh my God, there are no excuses. I'm sorry. Okay, and you love playing tennis 3 days a week.
I do.
Well, don't you just go girl. All right, Jan, you said, woo! You go.
Get it, girl.
Yeah, you know.
On June the 15th of this past year, 2013, my life changed forever, and I came to understand the depth of the friendships I had forged through the Pampered Chef over the 18 years with the company. But first I'll tell you a little bit about how I got there, and how the decision would later be a source of strength and comfort to me. I joined the Pampered Chef as a consultant before I went to a show or knew anything about it, even before my very first, a little bit about it before I even bought my very first stone. I followed my friend home to see her new consultant kit. It was her first month in the business.
It's okay,
It
Jan.
was love at first sight. Sign me up, I said. I did my very first show without my own kit. From the very beginning, I learned that the Pampered Chef was a family business. Although I had joined for some me time, because at home I had Trent that was 14, a high schooler, Troy that was 12, a middle schooler, Katie that was 9, an elementary schooler, Weiser that was 4, a preschooler, and Kelly, a newborn. As far as the kids were concerned, it was the Me Too business. They wanted to get involved and help Mommy with her new business, and boy, did they ever. Over the years, they helped me stamp catalogs, wash dishes, load the car, and watch the younger children. Even my busy corporate pilot husband, Wyatt, got involved. When I began 18 years ago, everything was done by hand in snail mail before computers made transmitting shows a breeze. My husband took 8 shows with him on a trip to Chicago, rented a car, and drove to our home office at the Pampered Chef, and personally delivered them for me. Which was really nice one time because it was at the end of January, and it was like, you got double points that month. It was like, yay! The rewards are great, not just for me, but for the family as well. The children loved going with me on trips, especially Disney World 2005, where we met up with so many of our new friends. From level 2 to level 4, Disney World twice, New Orleans, Washington, Montreal, Mexico, Maui, Las Vegas cruises, and now San Diego. I've learned that over 18 years of the Pampered Chef, that what you put into your business is what you get out of it. I've never missed a meeting. I've never missed a national conference, a leadership, a feast. This is where you make your connections and lasting friendships. These are my girlfriends, my sisters, and brothers. One of those sisters came to my rescue 2 weeks ago while I was on vacation in California. My niece decided to have a show at the last minute. The night before, she sent out an invite to friends, and for those of you that think you cannot invite the last minute, it can be done. This was the last minute, so my sister-in-law got on the phone along with my niece, and we had enough guests to fill the room. We had 21 guests that attended. So here we go. I asked my niece, what products do you have? Then I called Robin Grossman, who lives 40 miles away in Elk Grove, California, who knew I was coming to Vacaville, California, and wanted to meet up. She said not only was she willing to bring her products 40 miles away in traffic after going back the first day of school as a special education teacher, but please may I come and see one of your shows. You see, Robin and I had met at our national conference 7 years ago as roommates and have been dear friends since. Thanks to Robin's products, tablecloth, apron, smile, and support, I was ready to roll. Remember, I was out of town with nothing. So my journey of 18 years has been filled with laughter, tears, success, failure, adventure, fun, and more experiences than I have time to mention. But most important to me, these 18 years have been a journey of friendships, sisterhood that mean everything to me. On June the 15th, I had just dialed into a Saturday morning conference talk with Lisa Hendrickson and friends across the country at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. The doorbell rang and two Gwinnett County police officers were standing here asking if Wyatt Eustis was home. I asked which one because both my husband and son shared that name. I invited them in, got my husband, and we were told that our son Weiser, 22 years old, was killed in the early morning on his motorcycle. All alone was found hours later. We were devastated. I remember very little after that moment, but would soon feel the warmth and kindness of my pampered chef friends, which most of them were my previous hosts, surrounding my family and I. Over the next few hours, food began to arrive at our doorstep, along with the words of comfort and warm embraces. When a homemade lasagna and a rectangular baker arrives at 4 p.m., you know your team is there for you. A yummy chocolate brownie trifle in our trifle bowl, garlic bites in our 10-inch executive sauté skillet. You know you have trained your team right. Right, Susan Luttrell? The last text between our son Weiser and me, which I will treasure forever, was, "Do you want a chicken enchilada ring for dinner?" Yes, he said. That was the night before he died. I will never erase that text. He loved the pampered chef because he loved to eat. Thank you, Jesus, for my family and having our son serve you in heaven. Thank you, Shelley, for being there every day and holding me up in my weakest times. Trish, thank you for dropping everything and driving up for a week to keep me grounded and run our household with all of the food pouring in, and I just signed her up last week. Thank you, Susan, Carmen, Rhonda, Debbie, Jennifer, Tanya, Cindy, Connie, and Hannah. They're all of my teammates. For your love and support. Thank you, Beth Jacobs, for always being there for me. She's my director. Thank you, Heidi Tom, Sherry Odette, Tish Jones, and Randy Petrie for your late-night words of encouragement. Thank you, Mindy Banks and Jenny Lawlin for sharing your voice with me. You get that, I miss my boy. Thank you to everyone that sent me cards, all from my Pampered Chef family around the country. I love you all. Tammy Jenkins, I'm glad I followed you home that day.